Hi, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Well, welcome to this special session, yeah? This special live session. Thank you guys for being here. Um, Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. So, I just wanted to, as you guys know, I wanted to come on and talk about, I guess, this channeled message that I have here. Also kind of a dream interpretation. It's also kind of a dream interpretation. And so we're going to recap a little bit. But thank you guys for being here. Um, Cheers to you guys, even though I'm drinking water. Um, yeah. You guys, the energy shift is real. It's really, really real right now. And I know I mentioned earlier today, like I'm like still, I'm so very much in comfort mode right now. Like y'all know, I've been wearing this hoodie all day. Normally I would have like changed. Ooh, coffee and fresh cinnamon and a fresh cinnamon bun. That sounds delicious, actually. Um, but Claudia, that sounds fantastic. I did have a moment. I did have a moment today where I had to like take my hoodie off because it got really warm. But then the rain came in and it cooled off, and I was like, awesome, hoodie back on. I'm so in like comfort mode right now. You guys, shit's real here. Shit's real. I guess that's a little better. But anyway, so I wanted to come on and talk about this energy shift that we're going through. All right. And I've been trying to I was trying to meditate on it before I started the live session here. Um, and uh, and of course, while I was trying to meditate, there was this mosquito flying around biting me, and so I like covered up like crazy. Hey, Christina, I covered up like crazy, and of course, but my hand was still exposed, and so it got my hand. So it was like, you know what? Screw it. Let me just get started here because we know what we're talking about. So so here we are. That dang old mosquito. Them skaters. So anyway, I want to talk about this energetic shift, and I know I mentioned earlier today that I was probably going to do this in a two-part session. I'm probably going to get the general message here for YouTube, and then go over to Patreon to go a little bit deeper. I'm not exactly sure that's going to happen tonight, um, because I'm exhausted. Like you guys, I'm so freaking tired, man. It's insane, but that's because there's this energetic shift that's happening, and we're going to talk about it. If there is going to be a continued discussion, it is going to be over on Patreon, but I just don't know when that's going to be. Probably a few days from now, maybe sometime, maybe like Friday or over the weekend. Yes, thank you guys so much for being here. Definitely smash that like button for me. And if you're new, hi, my name is Eric. Nice to meet you. Please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, if you're new. All right. So I think we've got like 30 people here. I think we can get started. And for those of you that are watching after the fact, if you want a timestamp to when, you know what? You know what? Let's just give it a full 10 minutes. Let's give it a full 10 minutes. We're at 8 minutes now. So let's give it a full 10 minutes, and we'll start at that point. Yes? And actually, while we do that, I'm going to get together the cards that I think I want to use for this. Ooh. Oh, we definitely want this deck. Definitely want this deck. All right. I have a bunch of Oracle decks here. I'm not going to show I'm going to use all of them. I know for a fact I want to use the Sacred Geometry deck and the Moonology. Ooh! Girl, I know the feeling, Baruch. I know the feeling. Oh, you guys, I love you guys so much. You guys are fantastic. Hi, Yanira. So I hope you guys are doing well. I mean, oh, that's really good, Michelle. Hey, Selma. So we're gonna start in just about a minute here, but thank you, Enki and Enki Enki Enki. You're welcome, Angel. I hope it resonated. I really hope it resonated. Y'all, I haven't even done my nails. I could do my nails, but I really don't need to because actually you can see that they're actually not that bad. And you know what? I got a fresh, it was comforting. Okay, good. I got a fresh set of Sally Henson. Enki. Okay, Enki. Um, and let me tell you, this shit lasts so long. Like I did this last Thursday, and I mean, I could stand to do it, give it a fresh coat, but yeah, I know the feeling, girl. Okay. Well, we're 10 minutes in. I think we're ready. Um, so let's get this discussion started. Yeah. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about a deep transformative energetic shift right now. Okay. And this is on a massive scale. This is something that I was put onto. Oh, thank you. I had so much fun on Halloween, you guys. That was the first time. That was the first time in 3 years that I dressed up for Halloween. The last time I dressed up for Halloween was the year that I left my ex-husband, and I was a unicorn that year. It was adorable. It was fun. Oh my god, the time change did not help at all, y'all. But see, we got an extra hour, and actually, I'm finding that extra hour is really, really nice. And for me here in Puerto Rico, we didn't change time. We're actually still on the same time here. But like in the UK, in the US, all over the place, there's a time change. So I'm actually on the same time as we were before, but you guys are now an hour. Well, those of you in the United States, you're now an hour behind me, 11:11. So I'm finding that time change to be really awesome. You're in Hawaii, right, Claudia? It's 5:18 for you now, Michelle. It is 6:18 for me right now. Um, so I'm actually finding that time change to be super comforting because I have been sleeping well. I've been so tired lately, and I haven't really been able to sleep all that well at night. Like at night, I'm it's 12 noon for you, right? Okay. I am. That's right because there's a 6 hour time difference. Yes, yes, yes. I am. I'm sleeping at night, but I keep waking up at various times throughout the night. The time change really messed you up. Yeah. I never liked that about living in the Northeast. I'm from New York, and I never liked that about living there. Like, I hated the fact that the days were shorter. I absolutely hated it. But anyway, so Monday, I will say Sunday night is when I had this really crazy dream. And dreams have been really crazy lately anyway. Okay. Um, they've been super crazy. Like even last night I had a few crazy dreams, but um again, the spirit is saying there's a purging process happening. There's a change, there's a shift happening. But this one dream I had is what kicked off this whole conversation. Um, and in that dream, I was dancing in a circle, and it felt like a ritualistic circle. Now, here's the thing: I was the only one in this dream. I don't remember seeing anybody else dancing along with me. And there was like an activation happening. I was doing this ritualistic dance, and I was, I guess, building the energies and going through the motions. And then all of a sudden, something triggered, and this really powerful energy came forward and started wiping out what looked like cities in just this big circular radius, in the radius in which I was dancing, like this circle that I was dancing. And this circle was massive, okay? And again, I don't remember seeing anybody else in there, at least when I was having the dream. And that led me to believe that at some, because when this power was triggered, I got kind of scared because I started seeing what was happening, and part of me on a conscious level thought that I had made a mistake and accidentally triggered this thing. But what I'm seeing now is that I was part of what activated it. Me and I'm sure various others in other remote locations. I'm not saying I'm the only one doing this. I am saying though I was part of the participation. Okay. Um, but I saw this like beam of white light go like shoot out and sweep across the land or the playing field. And at one point, what the imagery was, I saw a city, and I saw this beam go out and swipe across the city, and the whole thing just like leveled. And that's where I've gotten this energy of leveling the playing field. This message of leveling the playing field, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Because as I've gone through the motions, and as I've been like as I was meditating on this not too long right before I started this session, I started to understand that all of the activations that we're going through right now, all these energetic shifts that we're feeling, have everything are very much a part of this. And it's almost as if whatever was being destroyed by this energy, the energy of that which was being destroyed was recollecting in the center of this circle that I was dancing in, and it's allowing for new to come forward. It's basically also clearing space for the new civilization to be built. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Spirit's saying. Okay, so a lot of us are going through these energetic shifts and activations. I know my crown chakra has been opening like crazy, and I feel it especially when I do readings for people. When I at certain various times my crown chakra will just like open up. And even yesterday I felt it not only in my crown chakra but my third eye chakra too. And I'm feeling it in the back ends of these chakras because it's opening and integrating and almost like reprogramming. Yeah, big karma clearing as well. I know for me, I finally got to a point because you guys know me. I find myself on the twin flame journey, right? And that's what caused me to even start my YouTube channel and all that. I finally got to a point where I was able to learn the karmic lesson and to set it aside. Like I really see the karmic lesson for what it is right now, and I'm setting it aside. And a lot of what I'm dealing with is the reset. Because as you know, for those of us that are on the twin flame journey, you don't have to be on a twin flame journey to be experiencing this, okay? But for those of us that are, oh, awesome. Those of us that are truly on a twin flame journey and have been experiencing this, like this energy, ever since I got here to Puerto Rico, it's been a thing where the narrative has been that the divine feminine has an opportunity to really wipe the slate clean and to really step off of this karmic hamster wheel and create a new life for herself. Yeah. Well, now I'm in the process of rebuilding, like basically starting over. Yeah. I didn't know. Before I got here, I thought 2020 was going to end up being a rekindling or a moment where it actually like came together, or we had some sort of breakthrough or something. I mean, I had a breakthrough. I had a breakthrough that allowed me to understand my worth, and that led me here. And there have been a lot, ever since I got here, there have been a lot of roadblocks put in my way, and that's caused me to have to really stop and slow down, and it's allowing me to go through this integration process. So even in Monday's morning coffee, I was saying to you guys how, there's been so much that I've wanted to do with the channel and all this stuff that just never actually happened. Spirit was saying, well, that's mainly because you were being a little too ambitious about it, but that's because I also didn't know what was actually going to be coming. And this year, 2020, has been has been the start of a major, major a major, major beginning to a reset point for humanity, for human society. It's causing us to stop what we're doing. It's causing us to have to face ourselves, face the reality that we have been living in, and reacclimate, retune ourselves to the truth of who we are. Okay? And it's not going to look the way we want it to look. Many of us are having to go through an energy where we're facing our deepest, darkest secrets or our darkest demons and having to put that in order. Um, I'm literally just channeling right now. Like, there's no cards involved with this right now. Um, so the integration process has fully begun. The integration process has fully begun. I will say that we are like, it kind of feels like we're in like the dead center, like we're in the middle of it. Like there's no going back now. I mean, there really was no going back ever. But at this point, what it feels like now is we're in the thick of it. We're in the throes of it. We're in the deep. Yeah, I would say kind of the eye of the storm. Yes, I would definitely say so. Um, and right now, what's most important for us is to understand that we need to rest as much as possible. Okay? As much as you possibly can. You have got to allow yourself. Yeah, you've got to allow yourself to go through a process of healing and integrating and allowing these energies and these even DNA activations and DNA upgrades to happen for you. Yeah? That's a big part of this. Hey, Stephanie. I mean, I'm in a point, and it's so crazy because we keep going back and forth in this like hermit mode and being out of hermit mode and right back into hermit mode. It's like 2020 has been one long extended hermit mode, which makes perfect sense because we had to get disconnected from the typical way of doing things. We had to stop. We had to be stopped in our tracks. Hi, Liz. Hi, Papa. I mean, it is shifting. It's because the DNA is our genetic code. It is the code that makes up the body that you see and the programming by which the body works and all that stuff. Like I'm not like a biologist or whatnot, but or even a chemist, but your DNA is what helps to write the information. Your DNA contains the codes that your body moves with, or moves from, lives from, survives from, thrives from, creates itself from. And in human society, as humans, our DNA has been manipulated by beings, we'll call them extraterrestrial beings, or beings that are more advanced than us. It's a manipulation tactic. A lot of our power has been stripped from us because of this DNA manipulation, and then our DNA has further been manipulated by other humans in terms of like I'm not trying to spread conspiracies, but like in terms of like vaccinations and stuff like that. Like okay, so yes, but see, Jennifer, this is why we need to allow ourselves to rest right now. Because a lot of the rewriting, a lot of the healing, a lot of the changing happens when we are asleep. Because 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 when you're awake, when you're consciously awake, it's much harder to, yep, fluoride, GMOs, yes, of course. It's much harder for these changes to take place because your conscious mind is standing in the way. The programming of your conscious mind stands in the way. So when we go through these periods where we're feeling really tired and really what all we really want to do is sleep, your best thing to do is sleep, because then that's when healing and integration and DNA whatever processes happen. That's right, Claudia. That's right. Exactly, Christina. We're being forced to have a better relationship with our own selves, and we're being forced to have a better relationship with the planet and each other. Yeah. So that's where we are right now, you guys. And what I want to do is I want to get us some more clarity, some more messages in terms of what's going on in this energy of leveling the playing field. Okay, so I want to start here with the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. And yeah, so let's take a moment. Hey, Enchanted Mystic Oracle, how are you? Yes, a lot of the food that we eat is not natural and is not good for us. Fruits and veggies, you know, they're genetically modified. GMO food is some of the absolute worst food. I mean, it's the worst food you could eat, and that was all created for to maximize profits and to make more money. And instead of doing things smart way, it's just we've become, as a culture, we've become, as a society, we become money hungry. Yeah. All right, kids. So let's ground for a second. Let's take a second. Let's breathe. You know, I used to do meditations when I did twin flame readings. Do you guys remember that? Yeah. Ever since I got here to Puerto Rico, I've been eating a lot of like plantains and root vegetables, which are so good for you. Yeah, I was thinking about that lately, that I should bring those back, and then somebody on Instagram suggested that. But I have been thinking about bringing those back. 555. All right, so let's take a second. Let's just ground. Let's come together as a group. We can hold hands if you like. Oh, that was you, Claudia. Oh, that's right. Okay. Hi, Spirit. God, Source, Creator, beings of love and light, ancestors, way showers, spirit guides, angels, archangels, those who wish to serve love and light, those who wish to serve our ascension, expansion, and illumination. We ask you to enter, we invite you into our space at this moment, and we ask that you please guide us and bring forward the best messages that you have for us in terms of this theme of leveling the playing field. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, kids, let's get into this message here. And like I said before, I was planning on doing this. Hey, you better do it, R. I was planning on doing like maybe a two-part session, but I don't know if I have that in me tonight. So if we're gonna discuss this further, it's gonna be on Patreon, but it's gonna be within the next few days. I don't really have it in me tonight to do two different sessions. Yeah, and I want to keep it in one central place right now. There's that. Four shuffles here. One. So we're starting with the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle, and I want to get messages, please, Spirit, please guide us in terms of what's being activated here in this energy of leveling the playing field. Hi, the Project of Two. Full naked on the ground is greater than bare feet. I'd say so. Why not? 3. And this is 4. All right, spirits, God, Source, Creator, angels of love and light, gateway showers, ancestors, spirit guides, archangels. What messages do you have for us in terms of leveling the playing field? Oh, would you look at that. Card number 29, which boils down to an 11. You have healing. And you have discernment. What other messages do you have for us, please, Spirit, in terms of leveling the playing field? And what's being activated for us here in this moment? Sacral chakra. Oh my God, that's so crazy. My friend Mike, my very good friend Mike. Mike, I don't know if you're here. Mikey. I don't think you're here actually. But my friend Mike was just telling me that he was doing sacral chakra, like listening to sacral chakra music last night. Or was it the night before? I don't know. Let's get one last message here. In terms of leveling the playing field, what's being activated for us? In terms of leveling the playing field, please, Spirit. Just one more message, please. What's being activated? Merkaba. Ooh, would you look at that, kids? Okay, the box can go over here. All right. So, okay. So we have, let's talk about this. First card we have is discernment. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. And I feel like that's what this whole process over this whole last, the whole process, this time period of 2020 that we've been in so far. I mean, it's November now. So like this whole year of 2020, this has been putting us in an energy of being able to discern, to better discern what's going on around us. Like we've been called to detach from our normal routine, our normal environment, our normal way of life, our normal day-to-day way of doing things, in order so we could really see what's going on around us. Okay, so we could really see the trouble that we're in, the trouble that the planet is in, because if we were never going to be able to see it, we were never going to be able to experience it in the way that it needed to be experienced in order for us to, in order for us to bring the healing that's necessary if we were to just stay in the same space. You know? Our lives had to be shaken. Our timelines had to be changed. We needed to be shaken awake. We needed to be slapped awake. Humans don't seem to get it right away. We need it almost spoon-fed to us in some ways, and that's kind of annoying, but like whatever. Okay, the next card we do have is card number 29, healing. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. All right, healing is being activated here. So this is why we need to spend our time healing. We need to spend our time, if we need to rest, then we need to rest. If we're feeling more active than normal and we could start doing some more things, then do that, But this is a time for healing for sure. We have card number 2, we have sacral chakra. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. But what this is really saying to me, intuitively, what I'm getting from this, the sacral chakra, is that there's emotional cleansing and clearing and healing that needs to happen. And for the most part, this is for Mother Gaia. Because I'm hearing and I'm feeling that she has been so emotionally distraught with how we've been treating this planet and how we've been treating each other. And if you guys remember, one of the big messages that was being channeled in the beginning of this whole pandemic thing has been that we need to start learning to look after one another. It can't be every man for himself or man and woman for himself or herself any longer. We need to come together as a community so that we can begin to understand what we need to do to save our planet and to heal ourselves. And I'm going to be honest with you, with that theme in mind, it makes perfect sense as to why, like, the UK is going through Brexit, or went through Brexit. I'm not sure exactly how much of that is still going on or what the effects are of that right now. But I know for a fact it's exactly why the United States is going through what it's going through right now. There are these huge rifts that are happening. And it's very much a situation in which the pendulum is swinging. Like things have to get worse before they can get better. And it's very much about seeing the worst of things, seeing how bad things really are before we can really be able to heal. Okay. Finally, we have, excuse me, finally, we have Merkaba. The frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our higher purpose. So basically, this is a culmination of everything that we've been through, being able to come through and then like you just said, Claudia, that's cool. Transmuting that or taking that and changing that and creating a new reality, creating a new paradigm for ourselves in terms of this. Yes? Yeah. We really do need to see the truth of it all before we can even begin to move forward, because especially in terms, and this is where Merkaba and like our Akashic inheritance comes through. We need to be able to see and comprehend exactly what it is that we've been through and exactly what it is that's been going on here before we can even begin to create a new reality on this planet. We really need to be able to comprehend exactly what has been going on here so that we can really make a big change. The change that, so that in order for us to make the change that's necessary. Okay. All right, next I want to get to the Moonology deck here. And I want to see what's happening cyclically. I'm going to give this 5 shuffles. 1. And I want to get 5, 4, 3. And I want to get a look into what cycles are changing, are shifting, what's going on with the cycles here. Yeah, 2. 3. 4. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're enjoying this session, please make sure to go ahead and smash that like button for me. Yeah. And this is 5. And if you're new here, thank you so much. Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Eric. Please make sure to subscribe for more content, yeah? Alrighty, kids, what's going on with cyclically? What's going on cyclically here? Oh, I'm not here to predict that, AM. So not even here to predict that. Whoa. You know what is so crazy, you guys? So far, hi Sheila. Yeah, we're not here to talk politics. Excellent Enchanted Mystic Oracle. I love that. So check it out. We just had a full moon. The full moon, it was the blood moon, not the blood moon. I'm so sorry. It was the blue moon. It was on the 31st. It was on Halloween. And I study sidereal astrology. I work with true sidereal astrology. And sidereal astrology, true sidereal astrology takes into account not only where the constellations actually are in the sky, but also how big they are, big they are, because now all the constellations are not 30 degrees. I should go and do a separate live session to talk about that, so that we have like one central video that I can guide people to explain why it is I follow sidereal astrology. But we're not going to get into that any deeper than that right now. But we just had that full moon, and that full moon was in Aries, and we just got here. The full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. We also have Be Bold and Make the First Move, Cardinal Moon. What else? What's going on cyclically here? Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Come on, man. We have the full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. And I'm saying, come on, man, because look at this shit that just came out here, man. I'm not trying to talk about no love and shit. And here we go. I'm totally kidding you guys. But a new romantic cycle begins. Full moon in Libra. Now, this doesn't mean, I'm sorry, new moon in Libra. This doesn't mean that, okay, so maybe this does mean a new romantic cycle with a new romantic partner does come forward for you. But when you look at the bigger picture here, this new romantic cycle could very well be the new way that humanity treats itself. The new way the human. I love you, Enchanted Mystic Oracle. I'll take that message too, but like whatever. That's neither here nor there. But this could be the way that society treats itself. And it's really not even about sitting back and saying, all right, well, let me wait until somebody else follows through with this. No. Be bold and take the first step. Make the first move. Show up, show out. Be an example. Be an example of what this new vibration could be. We were talking about that in Morning Coffee today. Because the Oracle card that came out from in Morning Coffee was about giving. The balance between give and take, wasn't it? Wasn't that Morning Coffee today? Being able to give when you're overflowing. And not giving from a place of, okay, well, what am I going to get back? Or are you not giving from a place of saying, like, you better be giving back to me? No, just give. Give because you're overflowing. And then that trickles, it's a domino effect, right? We have South Node at the bottom of the deck now. Don't let your past hold you back. What else we have for these cycles? What's going on with this cycle, this cyclical energy, this leveling the playing field here energies? What messages do you have for us in terms of leveling the playing field? Yeah, full moon in Taurus. Wow, here you go. Look, okay, full moon in Taurus and the new moon. The new moon says a new start is coming. And then you have full moon in Taurus, your dreams need a practical plan. And the only way we're going to get that practical plan is if we go, yes, you guys, is if we go back and look at what's been going on and understand how it is we got to this place to begin with. And you can't do that without you can't really do that without the real nasty, dark, deepest, nastiest, darkest, dankest shit coming up so that we can see it for what it is. Once we're able to see it for what it is, we can make a change into things. That's what I say that all the time. The only way for you to really change something is for you to become aware of it. Thank you, Claudia. Sarah, what do you mean? Can you give ideas like modes of more harmonious communities? I mean, if you have, look, you guys, here's the thing. If you have ideas that you want to share, if you have messages that you want to share, by all means, go ahead and create your own platforms. Start putting your ideas out there. Start connecting with the community. I mean, we're here together. Throw your ideas out there. If there are people that are interested, that want to work and want to join in, that's what we're here for. You know, we're a community here. So please go ahead. But at the bottom of the deck now, and I think this is the last message I'm going to take from this deck, is Disseminating Moon. Take time to breathe out. This is God Source Creator saying, baby, you need that time to rest. You take that time to rest. Because luck is on your side. Ask yourself what it is you need to release at this moment. Yes? Okay. So the last thing I want to do here in this session, and then I'm going to pack it in because I want to go to bed. Actually, I want to have some ice cream and watch some more Avatar and just like relax. Oh, thank you so much, Ascending Aquarius. I'm so happy to be here. I am so very happy to be here. And if you guys are enjoying this session, please make sure to smash that like button. I love Avatar. And actually, I've been watching The Legend of Korra now. I got through the first one, and yay! Well, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for being here. Michelle, you discovered TikTok. Yes, you better celebrate your androgyny. I love androgyny. You just watched Korra? I'm on the third season now, I believe. Um, where they're collecting all the airbenders. All the new airbenders after harmonic convergence, and they defeated the bad spirit. Not Rava, but her. Anyway, all right, last thing I want to do in this session here is I want to get into the tarot. And I just want to get some closing messages here, some closing guidance. 5 shuffles, this is one. I have not watched Lovecraft. Hi, April. Thank you so much for being here. Do I think we'll be okay this time next year? I think so. I think it's going to be rough, but I think we're going to be okay. This is 2. So I just want to get some closing messages for us, the collective, in terms of leveling the playing field. Thank you, April. What you're actually hearing are crickets, yes, but mostly the coqui, because I'm here in Puerto Rico. This is 3. So closing messages in terms of... You're welcome. In terms of... This is 4. Leveling the playing field here for us. Maybe looking off a little bit into the future. And this is 5. Whatever closing messages you have for us, please, Spirit, in terms of leveling the playing... Ooh, leveling it. Well, would you? Damn, y'all. Damn, y'all. Straight off the bat, we have the Fool and Justice. Shit. And you know what this is actually saying to me right now? The Fool and Justice is saying to you, is saying to all of us that we need to just go ahead and follow our hearts and take this leap of faith. Just move forward in our paths. And then we have the 2 of Wands. At the bottom of the deck is the 2 of Swords. Okay? I see. Okay. Okay. So let's read from the bottom of the deck first, because that's a different part of the storyline. Basically, what just came out just now is like the results. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Swords, which is talking about a sense of hesitation and a sense of denial. Oh, are you leaving us, Charlotte? Well, we love you. Thanks for being here. There's a sense of hesitation. There's a sense of denial. There's a sense of an energy of like not really wanting to move forward. 4 of Swords. Okay, we're kind of like almost trapped, but I feel like we're thinking about it. And this is good, because actually what this feels like, you guys, is this period of... Yeah, you have to take the blinders off. But this period of having to stop, being forced to stop. So, of course, thank you for being here, Charlotte. Being forced to stop and take a good hard look at ourselves and good hard look at our lives and how we've been treating each other, how we've been treating this planet and all that stuff. It's causing a sense of inner conflict. 5 of Wands, 4 of Swords. We're having to really think about this. We're having to really think about what we've been taught, and the conformity and the indoctrination that was placed upon us. We're having to really look at the illusion behind it, the moon, and bring it to an end, the world. Bring the cycle to a close. And in order to bring the cycle to a close, we have to walk away. 8 of Cups. Cue the Fool and Justice. I love the Witch's Tarot as well. This is one of my favorite decks ever. Ever, ever, ever. Cue the Fool and Justice. It's about time we take a leap of faith. But in taking this leap of faith, there is still a decision that needs to be made. Okay? Two of Wands. How do you take this leap of faith? And that's part of where the Two of Swords comes in. Because we're kind of like, okay, well, I know something needs to change, but I don't know how to do that yet. I don't know how to go about that yet. For a lot of us, there's still this energy of apprehension in terms of, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I don't want to... I'm literally hearing, I don't want to leave the patriarchy behind, or I don't want to leave the establishment behind, or I don't want to go up against the establishment. It's not about going up against the establishment. I mean, obviously that's going to happen. But really, in making this decision, we have to have the emotional clarity, the emotional responsibility, the emotional ability, King of Cups, to take the leap that's going to bring justice. Okay? And that's going to open a whole lot of doors. Eight of Wands. I already kind of feel like... I already feel like in many cases, those doors are kind of open already. But also, we're going through this integration process that's allowing us to have... Oh, Claudia, you just sent me something. Okay. That's allowing me to have... Oh, no, I haven't started watching that yet, Christina. But that's allowing us to have the emotional stability to take this leap of faith, the emotional maturity to take this leap of faith. Because trust me, if justice is going to be served here, there's going to be a lot of turmoil. There's going to be a lot of conflict. And we're going to need to be able to weather the storm. So allow yourself to have this integration process. Take time out to breathe, because luck is in fact on your side. But continue to ask yourself, what do you need to release? Okay? All right, guys. So I think I'm going to leave it there. This was almost an hour long. That's crazy. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being here. I hope this was helpful for you. I love you all so very much. And if you're coming in after the fact, don't worry. This is going to stay up. You'll be able to watch it later. Wow, I can't believe this went on for an hour almost. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you tomorrow. For morning coffee, yeah? I really do feel like morning coffee is definitely a necessity right now. So I'm going to try and keep up with that as much as I can. All right? Thank you guys for being here. I love you all so very much. And I look forward to connecting with you again very, very soon. Yeah? Okay. Take care. Bye.